Hi, hello everyone. Welcome again to a new video. So this is our sixth video on Jira for product owner, safe product owner, product manager series. So as part of this video, we are going to cover the calendar feature in Jira, how it can be useful for the product owner community. We will also understand the Jira space summary, and we will also look at how we can add Jira issues calendar widget in Jira Dashboard. Also, we will end the video by adding a Sprint Health Gadget in Dashboard. We will understand what this gadget is all about. So this is going to be the agenda for this particular video. So let us start. Hi. So I'm sharing the cloud instance in Jira, which I have created for this particular series. And the space that we were using was Jira for the PO with the key JRFRTHP. So if I click on this particular space, we were using this particular Scrum board, and we can see this is about the backlog. I just updated the sprint because we are not running an active sprint. All my videos are more for the viewers. So I just updated the sprint dates and marked the sprint date as ending on 13th of Feb. And similarly, the subsequent sprint have also been updated. So we can always go to the edit sprints and we can change in case we were not able to let's say start our sprint. This may not work as a real world example, but there could be some projects where let's say the start of the sprint has been delayed, and if we already have a planned sprints created, we can always modify the dates by using the three dots here and clicking on the edit sprint and updating the dates. Now, as part of this video, we want to understand the calendar feature. So as you can see from the Jira top navigation, these are the some features which are available. We have the summary, timeline, backlog, active sprints. If we are having any sprint which is started, it will show active sprint as enabled. Now, if you look at the calendar, so this is the particular feature that we want to understand. So what exactly it does? So basically, if I click on the calendar, so we can see it provides this kind of a view where we have this like month-wise view, and it will show what are the items, what are the key dates in that particular calendar. Let's say we have set a due date, or if we have a release coming up, so it will show all that important events, important due dates, important target dates in the calendar view. So this would be handy for the product owner. So let's say if someone is acting as a PO and he wants to have a look at what are the key dates for this particular team, and or sometimes a PO might be having multiple teams. So it's difficult to kind of like keep a note of all these dates in a separate sheet or something. So what we can do is we can advise the team to plan their target release date or also mark the due dates on the key items so that we can have this kind of a view. So just to give an example, it is showing on the 10th Feb this particular story. It is showing, the due date is nearby. So if I click on this one, so we can see this number 8, it is loading. Let's try to click again. Okay. So this is having a due date of Feb 10th, which is tomorrow because I'm creating this video on 9th. So if I change the due date, let's say instead of Feb 10th, the date has been moved to, let's say Friday, the 20th of Feb, and I can click anywhere, it gets saved. Now, if I refresh this one, so we can see, uh, okay, this is 9th because this is today's date, and that's why it has been coming in the blue circle. And this is our due date for this particular item. So if I go and open the backlog in a new one, so let's say for other features, let's say for build pipeline for project, maybe if I open this one in a new tab and try to enter a due date. So let's say this is due by 12th because this is important. And if I go back to the calendar view, so we can see, okay, so we have this item coming up as, this is due on 12th. This item is due on the Friday the 20th. right? And similarly, if we have any release, so it is showing one of the releases also coming up, this particular month, which is the Feb month. And if I can show you guys where is our releases. So this is our release. If I open in a new tab, so we can see we have a release planned for Feb 25th, and that's why it is showing in the calendar. Like we have this particular release coming up. And similarly, let's say this is all about the current month, right? I mean, if you want to kind of like see, uh, do we have anything important in the March month setup, right? So we have a release coming up in the 27th of March. So we can always plan like this. And I'm not saying like, this may be handy for all the teams, but I mean, especially for the team where, uh, that we want to kind of like track our milestone, set some important target dates, due dates, or track our release dates. This could be very small, but a handy feature for the product owners. And we can always plan it like this. And if I can show you one more example, let's say if I create a release and I say release, and we will name it similar way. We will say this is a release, or very first release on the Q2, and this is going to start somewhere in the from 1st of April, and the release is planned for somewhere around 5th of May. Okay, so we can say this is our first release of Q2 quarter. Okay, so this is we are following the same naming convention. So where we are saying that okay, this is our 1.1, the very first release of Q2 2026, and that's what we have mentioned in the description. So if I simply save this one, so now it has a release date on May 5th. And if I go back to the calendar and if I am just looking at, okay, what are the key milestones for this particular team, we can always see. So now we can see that, the 5th of May is coming up in the May calendar. So this is all about the calendar feature. And other thing that I wanted to show as part of this video is we have this backlog view. And for any particular space, I mean, whether we are using a Scrum space, whether we are using a Kanban space, sometimes teams do not look at the summary. But I mean, summary is also what Jira automatically provides based on the trends which have been captured, based on the usage of the Jira board by the team. So if I click on the summary, this kind of like shows we have total 19 work item, we have one in progress, we have 18 in the to do. What are the recent activity which has happened in the project? So this particular view is could be very handy. It also shows like how many stories we have. We have 68% stories. We have 21% of the epic, and the it also shows the distribution of work based on the priorities. And it is showing epic progress like user management. It is like 40% done. It's still remaining. 60% is remaining. And if I can show you guys, if I open this particular one, this epic in a new tab, so we can see that for this particular epic user management, the two stories are done. We have five stories, so that's why it is showing like, out of five, two are done. So we have 20%, sorry, 40% is completed and 60% is remaining. Okay, so three stories are remaining, two are done for the epic, and the progress is 40%. Okay, so this view could also be handy, and we can also apply the filter. Let's say we want to have the filter based on the priority, based on the status, or based on the assignee. So if we want like, okay, what all is assigned to, let's say this user Anil. So it is showing like, Anil is having two work items, one is in progress, one is to do, and okay, work distribution. So basically, it is filtering all the information on this summary page based on the assignee. So this summary page is also a useful feature because sometimes teams, especially for the new teams who may not immediately create a dashboard, but I mean the summary page is always available as soon as we start using the Jira space. So it's a good thing to kind of like look at it, in like maybe once in a week or sometimes to understand what are the trends, what are the different work items has been created based on the priority, based on the assignee, based on the status, and it shows the progress in a one glance. Now, the other thing that we wanted to try out is adding a dashboard. So if I click on the dashboard, so we have this sign create dashboard. So let's say we are creating our dashboard, which is Jira for the PO, and this is our dashboard. Okay. So what we wanted to do was, as we mentioned in the agenda, what if we have to add the calendar here? So what we can do is we can just say Jira issue calendar. So if we add here, so this gets added, we can say done. And if we have to reconfigure this one, we can say edit. Okay, so first what we have to do is we have to provide the what project, we have to select the project name. So our project is Jira for the PO series and with the key this one. So there are two products, Jira for the POs and Jira for the PO. So we can always see the key name. So the key is this one, JRFRTHP, which is also the, the board name. So if I select this one and we say we want to display the due dates in our calendar and number of issues, maybe we can say it can show almost like 30 issues. What if, we have a lot of target dates in our calendar? And if we click on save, invalid number of issues icon is okay, number of issues, number of individual issue icons displayed in the calendars per day. So we can keep it default. It's all about the different icons to use. Okay, so if I click on done, and we can always expand this one. Okay, so it is showing like we have one issue due on 12th, we have one issue due on 20th. Okay, and we can always click on this particular issue and it will show, okay, this is the issue and it is due on Feb 20th. And if we can go back, right? So this is how it is kind of like, let's say for a team which is heavily, using the dashboard and they want to have dashboard as a single source of information rather than using the individual Jira features. So this also provides that, we can have a calendar view captured in the dashboard, which gives a quick glance based on the current month. So since we are, in the February 2026, so this is showing, okay, what are the important due dates for this particular month. Other thing is, let's say we want to add a Sprint Health Gadget. So what we can do is we can type this one is Sprint, and this is our Sprint Health Gadget provided by Atlassian. So if I add, so this gets added, and we can always, drag this one. We can say, okay, we want to place a Sprint Health Gadget next to the calendar. So now we have calendar, now we have a Sprint Health Gadget. Now we have to select the board. So which are the board? So our board is specified by this particular key, THP board. And this is what we want to see, the board name, the sprint name we have selected. And if I click on save, so this is what it is showing us, the Sprint Health Gadget, which we have added in our Jira dashboard. It is showing like we have this Sprint 1, and we have 4 days left. And we can always see if I go back to the Jira for the PO and select the backlog. So our sprint is ending on 13th of Feb, and that's what it is showing. We have 4 days left, and we have like six stories for to do, two is in progress, and six are completed, which is what it is showing. And we can always see. Let's say we are able to, maybe what we can do is, let's say forgot password is in progress. Now if I go back and refresh this one, so now it is showing we have three in to do, five are in progress, five story points of work, and six story points of work has been completed. So it is similar to that. So we have six story point of work which is done, three and three. We have two and three, like five story points of work in progress, and to do is three. We haven't estimated our bug, so that's why it is showing three. So this could also be handy for the teams. I mean, if they want to have a quick glance at their dashboard, depicting the sprint health progress as well. So again, I mean, when we are deciding on what information needs to be captured in a dashboard, It all depends upon the team, what all we want to track, what kind of metrics we want to utilize, which captures the delivery practices, which capture the quality practices. And since this particular video series is for the product owner, so we took an idea about, like calendar could be very handy feature. We also took an idea about, if as a PO wants to understand how much work is there remaining, how much work is kind of like started or in progress. So these can be some handy gadgets that can be utilized. So that's all about today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I would request if you are new to the channel and you are finding the videos on my channel useful, please do share and subscribe. Thank you so much.